Welcome to this Transforming Learning Fife video on Showbie, uploading content.
Once you have an assignment created, this is when you can start adding content to Showbie. We can simply use the write a comment feature to post instructions to our class. But if we want to post different files, we can use the plus. This is where we get all of the options of what content we can add into Showbie. We have the assessment feature, we can create a document, we can scan a document, import, access our photo library or access the camera, we can add voice notes or we can add screen recordings. This video is going to show you how you can scan and import documents and access your photo library and camera roll. There are other videos to support you with the use of assessment, creating documents, voice notes and screen recordings. The first way we're going to add content is in our photo library. When we tap here, it shows us the albums that we might have organised, or we can simply tap all photos. I'm going to go into one of my albums and I'm going to choose this image here, tap done. It will show me a preview of that, and what we can do is we can actually crop this image if we need to. We can also rotate it as well if it's the wrong orientation. I'm going to tap tick. And that photo has now been uploaded. If you hold down, you'll see you get some options here. We can rename this. This is quite useful because if we upload from our photo library, it will simply call it library photo. By renaming it, it helps our learners and ourselves navigate around the assignment and know what we need to do with some of these photos. And by long pressing as well, we can also pin this to the top. If we're going to be posting quite a few things into the lesson materials, using the pinning feature is really helpful for our learners because it means that the things that are most important will be at the top for them. You might want to use the pin feature for posting instructions. And we can simply do this by writing in the comment box. Once we've posted in the comment box, again we can long press and use the pin feature to mean that will be at the top. So if I go into Aladdin, for example, you'll see that that first thing has been pinned to the top for them. Once I've uploaded a photo, I can tap onto this and I have the different annotation tools. So if I was using this to model how to use this number story, I could be using my stylus to write in the number and show my learners how they can use this. Remember that your learners will get their own copy now of that number story, and they can do the same. They can tap on and they can start writing onto this photo. If I don't have a photo of something that I want to use, but I need to take a picture of it, this is where we can access our camera directly and take a photograph of whatever it is that we'd like to pop into our Showbie assignment. Depending on what you want to take a picture of, the scan document feature might be really useful here. If, for example, I want to take a photograph of a page from a book, this is where the scan document feature works best. It will be a much sharper image and it will also capture all of that text, meaning that I can use that for speak selection and other accessibility features. So if I want to scan a document, tap that option, it will open up my camera and prompt me to position that in view. Tap the capture button and then it will create my scan. We can actually do multiple pages here, so if I wanted another page from this book, I could capture that as well. Once you're happy with that, tap the blue tick at the top. If I've captured more than one page, I could actually add these in as individual items or I could have them combined. I'm going to have these combined. And now that has uploaded my scan. Like with my photo, I can hold down on this and I get that same menu as before, so I could pin this if I need to, and I can also rename this so that it's meaningful for me and my learners. So we've explored the photo library, the camera, and scanning a document. If we have a PDF or a PowerPoint or a Word document or something else that we'd like to use, this is where we can use the import document feature. Now I'm on my iPad, so this is going to look at the files that are saved there. However, I can also do this on my computer, and we'll show that in the next clip.
When you're logged onto Showbie via a browser on your computer, we can also be adding content. Now, this will help your workflow if you have files already saved on your computer that you access. So when I'm in the assignment and I tap the plus, you'll see we get some similar options that we get on the iPad app. Rather than import a document, we have the option to add from device. If I click here, this will open up a File Explorer window and I can go and navigate around my computer, navigate around the different folders or servers that I have access to, and I can go and find my documents and add them in. If you want to upload multiple files, you can of course use the drag and drop feature by selecting the files that you would like, and you can just drop them into Showbie. This will upload the files separately, and it's a quick way to add multiple files in at a time.
So first it will show me the locations on my iPad, and I may have something saved that I want to use. I've got a PDF here, so I can simply tick, tap open, and that will upload that document, which means my learners can now make use of it. If I tap the plus again and import document, this time I'm going to look at my Glow OneDrive. It's important to remember that for Showbie, we can upload things from our Glow OneDrive on our iPad. You must be signed into your OneDrive with your Glow account in order to have this here. I can navigate through my files, and I can go and upload any of the documents that I have saved within my Glow OneDrive. When you upload a PowerPoint or a Word document or any other file type that's not a PDF or an image, Showbie will essentially create a preview view of it. This means that for this PowerPoint, I can tap on and I can navigate through the slides. It's essentially created a PDF of it for me, which is great if I want my learners to maybe annotate onto a PowerPoint or annotate onto a Word document. But sometimes we might want our learners to open up these files in their original format. So for this PowerPoint here, if I long press, you'll see we get the option to view the original. I can see that this is a PowerPoint file by the file extension at the end, and if I tap the share icon, I can now open this within PowerPoint. I can now interact with this as a PowerPoint, and if my learners were going to be doing this, I would encourage them to save a copy and then they can start editing. This would be the same if they were opening up a Word document as well. They would need to save a copy so that they can make their changes and edits and type into it, and then you can re-upload to Showbie. To send a file to Showbie from within an app, so I'm in PowerPoint here, I tap the share icon and then send a copy. And if I swipe through the app icons, Showbie will be one of the options. Tap onto Showbie, choose the class that you'd like this to be uploaded to, and find the location of the assignment that you need. And then you can tap Share with Everyone, or you can select the students that you'd like this to go to. Tap Add File, and this will now upload that file into Showbie for me. This works across all of the apps that we have on the iPad. We always look for that share icon, and then we're looking for the option for Showbie to upload something from an app. This is something that your learners will get used to as well when they're wanting to share content back with you within Showbie. Remember to use the plus button within Showbie to add any content, or look for the share icon within your apps to upload directly to Showbie. There are other videos that will show you how to make use of the assessment feature, explore creating documents on Showbie, and also voice notes and screen recordings. Have a think about how you're going to upload different content into Showbie and what your workflow is going to be. Are you going to be doing this from your iPad, or are you going to be logged into Showbie via your browser and upload files from your computer?